Welcome to another exciting episode of Voice for SME. Today we'll be having a conversation with one of the lionesses of Africa. She has been flying the flag of Nigeria so high and has been allowing other people fly on her wings. It's such an exciting time to be a woman entrepreneur in Nigeria. These women are changing the dynamics and the face of business in the country. They are too big to be ignored. I am Bukola Adewakun, and today I have with me Dr. Bukola Adewakun. She is the General Manager of Thriving Enterprise Development Center. It's good to have you, Ma.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the program.
You're welcome. Okay, Ma, when I see very successful women, I like to think that they didn't fall from heaven. They must have started somewhere. So please, Ma, can you tell us your story? How did you all start?
Thank you for having me on the program. I'm actually a trained veterinarian. Yeah, and I started immediately after school practicing my profession, veterinary medicine. But after a while, I got the opportunity of going into training with a big brother of mine, and that's how I got interested in training. And from training, that's how I ventured into human resource management. And it's been a great, fantastic journey all the way. This has been well over 12, 13 years now that I've been in training and human resource management. And right now, I am with the Thriving Enterprise Development Center as the General Manager of the school.
So Thriving Enterprise Development Center, I mean, I've heard so much about the center. Can you tell us a little bit about TEDC?
Thriving Enterprise Development Center is a business school, and it started about 3 years ago. We have a visionary for the school, in person of Pastor Mayo Oriofe. The idea of the school came from the longing or dissatisfaction of seeing businesses die or seeing small businesses not surviving for a long time in the business world. So the thought of what actually is the gap, what is the missing link in this, that brought about the idea of setting up a school that will address all the missing links from starting up a business to actually growing it into a world-class organization. So that was the vision, that was what informed the setup of the school. And at inception of the school, I was called on board to lead the team to set up the school, and eventually they set up the school, and that's how I became the general manager of the school. And we've been running for 3 years, and it's been a fantastic 3 years.
For 3 years now, TEDC has been existing. So far, how many women have passed through this platform successfully?
We have our courses in different modules. We actually do business school, entrepreneurial training, and that is our flagship training course. It's a 2 weeks intensive program, and that we have it in 3 modules. We have module 1, module 2, and module 3. Module 1 is actually targeted at startups, businesses just starting up, and maybe businesses that are still within 2 years range of existence. And for this module 1, we have trained well over 250 people. We are not gender biased, but we have more women in our training programs. And out of these 250, I can say we have trained, about 240 of them are women that have passed through the school. We also do one-day trainings when we see a need in the society, a need within the business environment, or any current trend, current happenings. We create, it informs us to come up with one-day training programs. And when we take these one-day training programs, many people attend. So that opens our school to a far wider audience. For our one-day training programs, we have trained well over 2,000 people in our 3 years of existence. We also do skills acquisition. We empower people, try to encourage them to learn skills, and so that they would be able to kick off their own business by themselves. So for our skills acquisition program, we have trained, right now, we have trained about 50 businesses on skills acquisition. Also, we do a annual program for young girls between ages 10 to 20, and we empower them during the summertime on they learn different skills, and they are taught life lessons, they are taught presentation skills, how to groom themselves. For this program, we have had now over 150 young girls attend our program, and that's our beyond for just 2 years.
Wow, that is very interesting. So why TEDC? Why should I come to TEDC? Why attend?
Okay, TEDC, at TEDC we are special. The reason why we are special is we take special attention to all businesses that we've come across. The aim of TEDC is not just to train and let go, but it's to train and follow up to ensure that we actually get the success at the end of the day. So we have a mentoring program where we follow up with all our scholars. We follow up, try to monitor their businesses, how it's improving, and we have a strong alumni, very strong alumni, where we share information. One of the powerful things in our alumni is the information that you get there. You get information on how to grow your business, how to improve it, all the latest things in the industry, different industry across different sectors, and we always keep our alumni updated on all this. So the mentoring, it has that nice tilt to it, because you are working directly with somebody that has gone ahead of you in your own industry, and the person grooms you and pulls you up. So it has been a great journey for our scholars, and it's a special one of our USBs is that we have a unique selling point for us that has been working for TEDC.
What has been the biggest challenge so far running the center?
Well, one of our major challenges is because we are not we are a social enterprise, so it's not about making money for us. It's about impacting lives, impacting the businesses. So we make all our programs as cheap as possible, to the barest minimum. So we really do not take money from people pay, but the services they pay for is just to run our facilities. We really don't, so we really work within the constraints of the finance that we have right now. So maybe that might be a bit of a challenge. And then also, we've not actually gone out there to actually advertise the schools so much, but even with the people in our community, we have made so much impact with them. But I know when we take the step of going full out to do large awareness for the school, then we will have more people come out.
Beautiful, thank you. Tell us one of the most inspiring entrepreneurial stories that you ever encountered.
We have so many of them, so many. But I will even just mention one. I have to mention two. We have a lady. She runs all our herbs and greens, and she came to the school, learned everything, and she was one of the people that really inspired us because she implemented everything she learned from the school, right from our HR processes to accounting, to everything. She implemented, and she has a very good business structure. Our structure that she was able to implement in her business has attracted a multinational to her now, and they are partnering with her for one of our products. So it's really, really inspiring in that regard. We have another of our scholars. She's Oluremi. She's Alaga. She does the Alaga Joko and things. for engagement, traditional engagements in the country. And she has really taken her business to another level. Right, as of last year, she won the award for the best in the country, and she's doing us proud, phenomenal. So we have so many more stories of great successes.
Amazing. So Ma, how do you balance work life? I mean, your family and work, how do you juggle them together?
It's always, for any entrepreneur, it's always like this, as in you really need to now struggle for your time, because you are turning between running the home, running the business, maybe a commitment in church and all other things. But it's really just trying to balance it, just trying to be more organized. As you are organized, you are able to get the most important things done on time, and that helps you to achieve more. Then always remember that the family is very important, so you always create the family time, and at least at home you try and push work aside to actually focus on the children and your husband, and that's how I've been trying to manage the two.
Thank you so much, Ma. So any last words for female entrepreneurs? I mean, these women are doing great things and they need encouragement. So any words of encouragement for them?
Okay, I would just encourage them to keep at it. The main thing is they really need to be tenacious. They have to be. All our business people, we always encourage them that, look, giving up is not a solution. We just have to be, because we must actually achieve something at the end of the day. The whole essence of TEDC is because we don't want people to give up. We want people to run it well, run it to the extent that you are now comfortable with the business and you can actually leave the business for a while, and so it's just for us to be tenacious. If you keep at it and we do the right things, get the right knowledge, have your skills, and keep at it, and surely God will bless on our endeavors.
So I've learned so much listening to you in the past few minutes. Thank you, Ma. So is there any last word you have for us and you want our viewers to know?
I'd just like to encourage all our business people to actually get the right knowledge. You can come to TEDC. Here we room businesses. We want to handle you till the business is actually very successful. So we encourage you, visit our website and come to TEDC. Our fees are always very affordable.
Thank you, Ma.
My experience so far with TEDC has been wonderful. It's a platform that has given me an opportunity to express my innate passion, which is actually working with SMEs, especially in the area of building their personal entrepreneurial competences. And part of the things that we've been able to achieve is that we have enlarged our program even beyond the scope of just focusing on the entrepreneurs and their business into other specialized areas like emotional intelligence, digital marketing, helping them to see the future as regards business. And this platform had given me an opportunity to interact with a lot of entrepreneurs that ordinarily on my everyday course of life, I may not have an opportunity of actually interacting with such people. We have had the opportunity of exchanging ideas, networking together, hand-holding, especially our field trip experience, whereby we have the opportunity of having people who are already established in their various areas of business that we had worked with in the past. I was opportune to work on the United Nations project years back, and part of what we've been able to do is to actually connect some of those people that I had worked with in the past and the SMEs that I have the opportunity of meeting at Thriving Enterprise Development Center. As an individual, I have actually been impacted because other avenues which as an individual I might not be able to venture into. In terms of research, I handle competitive analysis for Thriving Enterprise Development Center, and that pushes me to actually be more holistic and robust in my approach to mentoring, whereby I have to look at what is happening outside there, what are the new areas we need to foray into, We actually look at prices, what competitors are offering and all of that. And this is helping us to refocus and to make sure that we are preparing our SMEs to make sure that we are always relevant for the future.
So they say, who runs the world? Girls. But these female entrepreneurs are definitely the queen of business. It's been an exciting time with Dr. Bukola today. Hope to see you next time. Take care and bye.